Hi there, I'm Jenn Rice, and I wanted to talk today about scarcity. And I've talked about this before, but I was recently talking with a friend of mine, and we were talking through some issues and things that had come up, and feelings of just kind of that surround life in general. And all I could think about was, oh my gosh, this is the scarcity training I've heard so much about. Like, here it is. Hey, Kathy, thanks for being here. I'm glad you're on, because I want to share that I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was doing a lot of comparing. Now, granted, there's a lot of things going on for her, which is fine, both professionally, personally, all this kind of stuff. But there was a lot of sort of what I would call a scarcity mindset. And so I wanted to look up, and of course she realized it. We kind of talked through it, talked about some ways to kind of pull away from that. But I thought this would be a great time to come on and kind of revisit a scarcity mindset, because I will find myself sink into this from time to time, and I'm thinking maybe a lot of people do too. So there are 5 signs that maybe you're operating from a position of scarcity versus abundance. And the first thing is that you're believing a situation is permanent. And there are huge pitfalls to believing that any situation we are in is permanent, because really nothing is permanent. Nothing we do, nothing we have, not our age, nothing is permanent, right? So we have to remember that things are ever changing, that life is full of a lot of fluid moments. And so I would like to think that scarcity is only good for, like, maybe how we behave with our credit cards or something, right? Like, you want to make sure that you're not, getting stuck, thinking, this debt will change if I just spend more, right? So let's get rid of that mindset that any situation is permanent. Secondly, another sign you might have a scarcity mindset going on is if you're using words or thoughts that surround this mindset. So, I'm not enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't have the same look that she does. I don't have the same family. I mean, that looks like a perfect family. Like, they are like, her husband is buff, they have 2 kids, they all look like this. That is a thought pattern that is like a negative thought pattern, right? So when you find yourself kind of slip into that, oh, I can't do this, I'm basically, all of these things circle around I'm not enough. So we have to immediately change the script and say, I am enough. We don't have to be like that. If you're around my age at all, you remember the Saturday Night Live, I am enough, and gosh darn it, I should be proud of me. But, in all seriousness, we do have to switch that script to say, my mind is powerful, I can do this, I am capable of doing this. You've got to change the thought pattern right away, because once you start going down the, well, she has, and she looks, and I'm not like this, and I'm not like that. No, because you are uniquely you, and you have amazing things to offer just about anyone, right? So the third sign that you might be kind of in this, what I call like the swirl of scarcity, is being envious of other people. And this can happen because there is always going to be someone that might have a nicer car, a nicer body, a nicer this, a nicer that, or whatever. So envy, though, steals all gratitude. So it's very hard to be full of gratitude, because literally envy kills gratitude. So if we can refocus anytime we are feeling somewhat envious or jealous of someone else's, whether success, whatever it might be, we should refocus it to like a gratitude. Like, oh, I'm grateful I even know about this person. I'm grateful that they're able to accomplish this, so it shows that I can do this as well. These kind of things. Fourth sign that you may be in a scarcity mindset would be not being generous. And I don't mean like not writing enough checks to charity, but kind of skimming off the top with everything, skimming off the top with relationships, how you spend your time with money. When we just skim off the top and give people like just the skim, we're really going to create consequences that'll come at some point. So the way that we can overcome this sort of skim off the top, I mean, a lot of people, everybody's busy, right? Everybody's got 1,000 balls in the air. Probably even watching this video is like, ooh, maybe I don't have time for this. Okay, I get that. But the way we can overcome this is to be more giving of ourselves. So take the extra time, plan it out right. There's probably a lot of pockets in our days that are not time well spent. And then when we do get to the things that maybe we should focus on, there's either not enough gas in the tank or time or what have you. So it's just sort of reprioritizing. Fifth and last sign that you might be in this scarcity mindset and what we can do is overindulgence. So I thought this was so neat to learn because I never really thought of overindulgence as something that could be coming from a scarcity mindset. But what they say is that if you overspend, overeat, anything with instant gratification is coming from a overindulgent, it keeps you stuck, keeps you poor, keeps you having less impact overall on the people that are waiting for you to show up, right? So if we can switch from this instant gratification, which we are a society of that, I know I will always be like, I see patients that it's like, I need this better tomorrow. Well, I left my magic wand at home. That's just not going to happen. We are an instant gratification society. We have drive-thrus where you can get like a great meal in like no time, right? And we can have things happen. I mean, Amazon gets you anything in 2 days, right? So we are instant gratification. But we can change that a bit so it serves us better and the people around us. And that would be switching to more of an abundance mindset. What can I do to show up better? What can I do to help more? Basically, all of these 5 signs that you might be operating from scarcity, I will flow in and out of this. And that's what I said earlier. I'm not putting this out here to say that I've got it all figured out, because I don't, but I want to realize, catch myself, correct the course, and also pay it forward, right? So if you feel like any of these 5 signs resonated with you at all, you might want to kind of think about some of the options to self-correct that. I think that, the world is definitely waiting for you to, show up the best you can. And if you found value in this video, please share it with someone who you think it might be helpful for. I do want to give a big shout out to my friend, who she'll know who she is when she sees this video, that, she is super strong. She is more than she believes she is. And I am just excited for her to feel the same way about herself that I feel about her. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And like I said, if you like this kind of content, I do have a new website launching. I'll be announcing that next week on my business page, Jenn Rice International on Facebook, if you want to go over there and check out some more information similar to this content today. And I just appreciate you guys listening, and have a great weekend.